this, or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this, because this is where.
I don't even know if it really can say it was a marriage, but look, this is the situation. Jennifer Hudson was engaged to, okay, I'm going to go ahead and read it. Jennifer Hudson engagement ring is going up for auction. So basically, J. Hud was engaged, a 10-year engagement to David Atunga. And you look, we know the guy from Punk from I Love New York. That's how we know him. We don't know him by his real name. We don't know him by his government.
Wrestler, ain't he?
That's right. He was a wrestler.
Yeah, it was a bootleg wrestler.
Yeah.
Yep, that he was.
He made it to WWE though. Like,
did he?
That's big.
I think it was only because of that show.
Probably.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, he did make it to the WWE, but I mean, what did he wrestle for? Like 3 matches?
He wrestled for a minute.
Yeah, he was there for a couple of years.
I saw him go to sleep. That's all I saw. Dude had him in that like
All right. Well, anyway, so J. Hud was engaged to this guy for 10 years. Punk, you know, they're married for 10 years. Anyway, the ring is valued at $54,000. So she did give the ring back to him when they did break up in 2017. And he says that he's going to go ahead and sell the ring and use the money from the auction to give back to charity and XYZ. So the question is this. They were engaged for 10 years. This is what blew me because they never got married.
Yeah, it's funny because I thought they were married.
So
never got married. Would you have given the ring back if you were engaged? Like, Cola, I'll go to you first. Would you have given the ring back after 10 years of being engaged?
It depends on the situation. Sometimes you just want to be done. You know, I want to be so completely done with this person. I don't want any reminders of this person. Let me just go ahead and, you know, you take that back, whatever. Right. But at the same time, from what I read, there are certain states that have certain laws that you have to give it back because it was like, you know, the agreement was to get married. You didn't get married. You give that ring back. It's their property. It's not yours because you didn't, you know, fulfill the contract, basically. You know, so if that's the case, I don't want no smoke. You could take that back. I'm out. Okay. And I'm pretty sure I could get something else to compensate for that because $54,000 for a ring on my finger? Yeah, there's got to be something else in the house that's of equal or more value.
So let's say the government is not involved. Say it was just left up to you and your emotions. What would you do then?
It's still $54,000.
It's still $54,000 ring. Mind you, you've been engaged with this guy for 10 years, and you got a kid by him, 12-year-old kid, and he's never like said I do. Yeah. Okay.
But again, it depends on the situation.
If you want to be done with them. Okay.
Right. Like, is it me or is it you? Because if it's you, I feel like I need the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, I need the ring. But if it was me, then yes, take it back. Like.
Okay. All right. Lex, what are your thoughts on that?
Man, get that shit back. I mean, first of all, if you were engaged to anybody for 10 years, you don't never met. What is you? First of all, y'all don't even like each other. Like what? I'm not staying with nobody for 10 years just cause. What you? Yeah, I'm befuddled by the fact that they were engaged for 10 years. That means y'all been together for at least 8 years. Y'all ain't even like each other for real. He ain't never have no intentions of marrying you, yo. Like he never had no intentions. But she married. I mean, she rich. She probably been traveling, so they probably ain't really been together this entire time. Yeah, the nanny taking care of the 12-year-old anyway. Yeah. The nanny taking care of the 12-year-old. That $54,000 ain't nothing to her because she J Hud. And so I think it's great what he's doing with it. But I'm, you know, like Cola said, I have known for so long that a lot of states, it's a contract. If I'm giving you this ring based on the fact that we enter this contract. If we don't make good on it, then just give me my property back. And then I'll do whatever I'm gonna do with it. Plus of all, don't nobody want to walk. What you gonna walk around with your new man, with your homegirls? Oh, look at my old engagement ring that I got from the man that never wanted to marry me.
Right. But this begs the question, you know. So let's go here. No, since you
I'm just playing bad. I said y'all some good girls because like the shit was like reversed. Like
suppose not raggedy.
I mean, I'm just saying. Suppose somebody like gave me like an engagement chain or some shit like. An engagement watch. Fuck that. You got to come find me. And when you find me, it's probably gonna be gone because I just sell the shit anyway. Like if I don't want to look at it, I'm just I'm like, yo, you better go down to 31st Street pawn shop or some shit.
Because get sued if she want it back. She'll sue you.
That's what I mean.
Anybody got time for that?
I'm with you,
So no, so it sounds like you need Corey and Ollie. You guys are moving off of emotion.
No, I'm moving. Yeah, yes.
Because she didn't want you.
I'm moving off of emotion.
Wanting to make good on it.
10 years is a long time.
10 damn years.
Yeah, like so
10 years a slave. They made a movie about that. Yo, it's like 10 years a slave, like 12 years a slave, 10 years a slave. That's a fucking decade, yo. Like they do
10 years a slave.
10 years, 12 years. What's the difference, yo? Once you get past like 7, it's all a blur. And they do whole TV shows like the 90s, the 80s. That's a whole decade. Fuck that. I deserve. Yes, I'm emotional.
You need to get it back because you crazy enough to have stayed with a woman that long that ain't want you for real. That's ridiculous. You know if you want to.
Now I'm not gonna lie. If the shoe was reversed though, I wouldn't want her to give me the ring back.
Yeah,
I know that's kind of fucked up. I would have kept the watch.
Let me ask this question though. Are y'all more surprised that the ring was only $54,000, them being like millionaires and shit?
I mean, he wasn't a millionaire back then.
He was just as broke as shit.
Yeah,
no, I mean, like
he was a lawyer.
He was a lawyer.
Yeah, he had money. I'm not saying the ring shouldn't have been $1 million, but like there's regular people who save up like that amount for a ring, yo. I couldn't do it.
Who regular folks you know?
There's a lot of people that pay that much for rings, yo.
Hanging out with them, are they single? That's my question.
Look, I'm not saying I do. I'm not saying I do, but there's a lot of people walking around with big ass like 5-figure rings on their fingers, yo.
They cubic zirconia.
Exactly. But it may be a 5-figure ring, but it may be $10,000.
It could be. What I'm saying is, it should be a sliding scale for celebrities, shouldn't it be? Like, I was more surprised that it wasn't that expensive.
Yeah,
like, I thought it'd been like
I'm sure it is a sliding scale. To us, that's a lot. You're right.
Yeah, to us, it's a lot.
It's a nice
Hell
gesture.
yeah. That's a hell of a lot.
Listen, I know a woman around here, she already divorced. But when her dude proposed to her, I was there. She let her ring. I was like, yeah, that ain't it, bro. And he ain't had the money. So when they went to the altar, when they got married, the other ring that he worked hard to get, because the first one, she would have been like, nah, bro. And she even said it after the fact. She was like, oh my God, he tried it.
Oh, so I got a question. Let me ask you a question off of that, man.
But I see why they divorced, because for real though, I don't know if he caught wind of any of that, but if he felt it, like I would have been like, yo, I can't do this.
Yeah, honestly, if she was tripping over the ring I got her, if that was all I could get,
if all I could get, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm like, nah.
And she like, nah, this ain't it. I've been like, yo, we ain't it then.
Let me ask this question. Nicola and Lex. How important is the ring in a marriage?
It depends on the individual. Like, I want a rock. Party. I don't want to spend a whole bunch of money on a wedding and all of that. I just want, we kick it, people can come to the house, but I want something where I gotta do finger curls. Because that's what I want. But with that being said, the man that I marry, he's gonna know that, because I'm gonna say, hey, I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. People come and we do all this on the. I'm not doing all that. That money.
But what happens if the man is like
on my finger?
The man is like, you know what? Huh?
Can you turn your mic down a little bit?
My bad.
Go ahead.
Is it better?
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, it's just the same.
No, so you said, hey,
he's Bruce Wayne. He's in the dark.
Man, fuck y'all. But, so what happens if the man is like, you know what? I'm not really a flashy dude. I'm not into jewelry. I'd rather put the money into something else, a business.
Yeah, that's why me and him have the conversation. That's why when it's part of.
So what happens y'all do have the conversation, and you know he's everything. He's hard working. He take care of you. He treats you well. But that ring is like, you know what? I just can't drop 10 stacks on the ring, yo. So he's still getting married.
I'm kind of
that's not. We gotta be. We gotta come to. We'll have to come to a compromise. But that's just my one thing. I'm gonna be like, yeah, I don't want you to drop the money on the wedding.
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
I want you to drop it on my finger. I want you to drop it on my finger. And that's now, with that being said, would you like me, instead of me giving you a big ring, we can take that and we'll put it on a property, or we'll buy an investment, or we'll do something like that. But when it comes to what I want to rock on my finger, that's just the one thing I've always wanted. I wanted a rock. I can give a damn about, like I said, the gown and all. I don't care about none of that. I just want to do.
You just want to cook out for your.
For real.
Let's get married and have a cookout.
I want my people to come through.
Throw that fish fry over there. Get them potato chips, that potato salad. But what about?
I'm
what about you, Cola?
Yeah, I'm opposite of Lex because I'm not a flashy person, just like period, you know. But for me, I would prefer to have, because I've seen some cubic zirconias that look bomb, you know. And I would prefer to have that and then switch it out every year. But for like the money that you would spend on getting like that big rock or whatever, like I have a house, I have home improvements that I want to get done, you know, and then I want to buy another property. And like for me, like life experience is more valuable to me. So I want a badass trip. Like I want to trip around the world if possible. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, see.
So if you're spending $50,000, I could spend $50,000 on hotels and flights.
Okay.
Well, I wouldn't want him to spend 50 though.
No,
you're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I'm like you. I'm not flashy. Like I'm not materialistic. But when it comes to me being married, I want a rock. I do want a dope ass ring. But
so let me ask you all this.
Well, I was gonna say, because when I got married, we didn't have a big wedding. Like it wasn't like fancy or not shit. But we discussed.
I know we were there.
Yeah, but I described. We were there. We sat down. We had to talk. I was like, yo, when we first got, I was like, yo, either you want to get a house or have a wedding. It ain't gonna be both. Like, so which one you want to do? So that's why
I take the house for $3,000, Ollie. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So that's what, you know what I'm saying. We had, you know, I was probably happy we bought the house. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. So we kept the wedding like, you know, manageable. But that's what it was. I was like, yo, you want a wedding? You a nice party? You want this house? But that's what this is gonna be.
So let me ask you guys this. Yeah. Would you stay engaged to someone for 10 years?
No.
Why do you think? Yeah, I mean, which is because I know everybody on here was going to say that. So why did you think J Hud did?
Because
she's like Lex said, she didn't like him.
I think it was something else.
All over the place. No, they're all over the place. No, she's a star making movies.
I think it was something else.
They all out. He doing his thing. She doing her thing.
I think it's both.
They probably ain't been together but for 5 years of that 10.
Right.
Corey don't want to say it, but he's basically.
I think it was something else.
She was dickmatized.
She was dickmatized. That's what it was.
She won't get it enough to be all that. No, it won't. She wasn't getting it enough for that.
But you know, but at the same time though, like he did get her to the weight that she is right now. You know what I'm saying?
This or you can get with that. You can get with this or you can get with that. I think you'll get with this because